Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Library, where Star Wars is in print, the Force is with the readers, and we returned in November of 1985 for this episode. I'm your host, Nathan P. Butler. Now, November of 85 is somewhat of a big deal for those who are following the Star Wars cartoon series Droids and Ewoks, because that's when the first season, the only season outside of that special The Great Heap of Droids, was ending on November 30th, and when the first season of Ewoks was ending, though it would come back for a second season. As we are moving into this time frame, we still don't have a Droids comic series from Star Comics, the Marvel Comics imprint, but we do have the Ewoks series. So as that season is wrapping up of Ewoks, we get issue 6 of the Star Comics series, entitled The Ice Demon. There we have Snogar, the Ice Demon, saying, "Destroy him, Wicket! The Ice Demon commands you!" Wicket with the staff, "Logray, run! I can't help myself!" The Ice Demon. This, of course, these days can be found in the pages of Star Wars Omnibus, Droids, and Ewoks. And this one's a little bit unusual in that it plays up the idea of Wicket wanting to be an apprentice to Logray, which, of course, is something that Teebo does in the cartoon series, which at this point really had only got through its first season. This is when they go through that crazy change where the character personalities, aspects, interactions, and stuff get a very big tweaking thanks to ABC for the second season, where much of the series is almost unrecognizable outside of the setting. So I say, this again is told in small parts, the Ice Demon being part 1, part 2, the Icy Trap, part 3, the Touch of Doom. And the idea is that Logray is teaching them some basic magic, right? Nisa, Teebo, and Wicket, with these different fire crystals. You throw them up in the air, boom, they make like little miniature fireworks and whatnot. When talking about what is all necessary to be able to learn magic and how much discipline it takes, Wicket is kind of chagrined a little bit. He winds up blowing up some of his ice crystals and making himself a little verklempt, so to speak. And he eventually says, I bet anyone could be great with a staff like that, thinking of Logray's magic staff. So when Logray is asleep, he sneaks inside and steals the staff. And he starts playing with it, basically making Teebo hover around there. But this draws the attention of the Ice Demon, who has a magical ice mirror to watch the goings-on with the Ewoks, because he was imprisoned in this icy prison by Logray, and he's been wanting a way out. He needs the staff to be able to do that. So he is able to essentially call out with his magics through the portal to a degree, basically blows into the mirror, and into the mirror creates this whirlwind type of thing that happens that winds up picking up Wicket, who has the staff, and whisking him away, sort of blinking away into the icy area on Endor. Logray realizes what's going on, that this is a trick, that basically it's a way for the Ice Demon to try to get his hands on the staff, so Logray goes to try to save him. Only upon arriving, Snogar the Ice Demon tells Wicket of his master plan, only to wind up being unable to touch the staff, because it still has Logray's powers protecting it. However, he can use his powers to control Wicket. So when Logray finally arrives, he controls Wicket and sets Wicket against Logray, whether Wicket likes it or not. Zapping at Logray and whatnot as he goes there. Until that doesn't work, he blasts some ice off the ceiling to drop down on Logray. Logray just wink, turns it into snow, so it's not that big of a deal. Until finally, Snogar, the Snow Demon, comes in charging, and this is after he sends a couple of snow creatures. And again, in a bizarre kind of coincidence here, just like an X-Wing being able to fly between two TIE fighters and causing them to crash or blast each other, we get two giant snow creatures that charge out against Logray, and he just basically makes them slip and crash into each other and turn into little ice cubes. Wow. Anyway, so finally Snogar comes out. He is able to get the staff from Wicket, because he basically says, I will kill Wicket if you don't give me the staff, if you don't release it from your power. Logray releases it, he gets it, "No, it's mine!" and so forth, except Wicket still has some of those little fire crystal things, and they're in an ice cave. He throws them up, they start to explode, they melt some of the ceiling, it pours down ice onto the Ice Demon, which then immediately refreezes, and they're able to take the staff back. So he is essentially trapped as an Ice Demon inside ice, inside an ice cave at this point. At one point, you would expect a character to hold out the staff and go, freeze! But thankfully, we don't get that bit of goofiness there. By the end of the story, Logray says, I believe you've learned your lesson. And then he asks, but tell me, do you still desire to study sorcery? Now, granted, it's him saying this, but the balloon points to Wicket, which is just a little bit weird. Then Wicket replies, oh, I think it's safer just to watch it being done. To which Logray replies, as you wish, Wicket, as you wish. You know, the Boba Fett thing there. But it does seem to wrap up this idea, at least for now, of Wicket being an apprentice, which opens a door, of course, for Tebow, though that's not something really dealt with in this particular issue here. So, it's another one of these odd stories. You know, the dangers of biting off more than you can chew. Don't steal, because it's bad. Don't try to get ahead of yourself by doing it the easy way. You must learn and study the long way around, right? You got to study bit by bit by bit. It's not just a magic thing where you snap your fingers and all of a sudden you know everything. It's like, I know Kung Fu. Doesn't work like that. You need to actually take the time to learn. Another of these stories that has a message for the younger audience that it was intended for. But, message or not, is this an essential read? Again, I would say no. Nothing from this Ewok series for the most part has been essential except maybe the whole Nisa getting Baga thing a while back. So once again, we're back at a no on the essentiality meter. Whatever we want to call it. We'll have to come up with a name for that. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the readers.